Okay, the story of the game starts off with a character named Varric, who is telling the story of Hawk, who is the future champion of Kirkwall. And I say future because the story obviously has to start off in the beginning. And the beginning is Hawk, who is running away from his old home with his family from these Darkspawn, who are just the creatures from the first game, the main enemy from the first game, and they're pretty much destroying his old nation. And he's going to this other nation called Kirkwall, where he has family, but the only way to get in is that he has to pretty much do a whole year's of work just to get into the place. And he does a whole year of work. It skips through that time, and pretty much the story is pretty much, I would say, more like a rags to riches story. It starts off as a character who is not very popular. He's just a regular citizen who becomes a really big icon in this whole nation and becomes the champion of Kirkwall. And I'm not spoiling anything. In the beginning, the character Varric says the champion of Kirkwall, so you already know this guy is destined to be a hero, pretty much. And really, I thought the story was fantastic. There's a whole bunch of companions you'll meet along the way, and they're also great. The story is just amazing. I really did think so. Bioware never disappoints with a story. This time, they never did. They never do. They never do. I'll just say it right there. They never will. If they ever disappoint with a story, oh God, help us. Help us all. But anyway, yeah, let's go on to the sound. Okay, now the sound in the game is fantastic. I'm just going to say it right there. It really is. The voice acting is amazing, and there's a lot of it, really. I mean, you meet a whole bunch of different characters in here, and they all sound different. It doesn't sound like the same one voice actor doing each side character. It does sound like a bunch of different actors, and they're all actually really good. You would expect, like, maybe the side characters to be terrible. They're actually really good, too, but the main characters are fantastic. Hawk has this kind of accent where he sounds badass. He is badass. He is badass. And really, I love his accent. And he's a great voice actor, whoever plays him or her if you play as a chick. But I play as a dude because I'm a dude, and that's how I roll. So, yeah, I just thought the voice acting was fantastic. The sound effects are amazing, too. When you're in a big freaking battle, it sounds epic. When you have your TV turned up, HD TV turned up, and you have surround sound, it sounds freaking epic. It really does. It sounds like a whole war going on, except you're just fighting about 6 or 7 people, so it really isn't. But still, it sounds amazing. The sound is just amazing. So let me go on to the graphics. Okay, now the graphics in the game are actually really good also. The character models are really nice, mostly in the faces. Some of the animations are wonky here and there, but really the faces look really good. The facial models look really good. The environments look pretty good. Some of them are a little bland and generic, and some of them are actually kind of copycats of each one, like the caves. A lot of the caves look really alike, and some of the cities actually look really alike. There's one city called Lowtown and one called Hightown. Obviously, Hightown is probably more for the rich, more popular people. I didn't get that from the way it looked. It looked exactly like Lowtown to me, but except maybe some people are begging on Lowtown. That's probably about it, but really, still, the graphics are actually really nice. The character model is definitely good. The spells, they all look great. Graphics are actually really good. From what I heard, Origins wasn't that great, and I heard this was much better. I didn't play Origins, so I couldn't really tell. I played it for an hour, really. That's not enough, and I don't remember what the game looked like. So the game is definitely a good-looking game. So let's go on to the gameplay. Okay, now the gameplay in Dragon Age 2 is standard hack and slash and ranged attacks. Really, it's a hack and slash if you have a sword, if you're a warrior. Ranged if you have a bow and arrow, or if you're a mage, really. The gameplay is still fun, though. You get a whole bunch of different skills that you can actually upgrade and get more of later on in the game when you level up. There's 50 levels, by the way. You can level up and get a whole bunch of points and buy, like, new skills. You can also upgrade your character himself, or herself. You can upgrade his strength, his how much health he has, how much damage he can take, all that stuff, standard stuff really. And you can also upgrade all the other companions that you will meet throughout the game. So you can just upgrade all of them, put whatever you want, put also like tactics for them, so you can tell them what to do when they're being controlled by the AI, which is really cool. There's a whole bunch of missions in here. If you play Dragon Age Origins, then you already know Dragon Age 2 is probably going to be really long. There is a lot of side quests and companion quests and just secondary quests and main quests and just all these kind of quests that you can do, and you'll never be bored in this game, really. There's a whole bunch of different stuff you can do. Mostly all of it relates to you beating the shit out of an enemy, but still, there's a whole bunch of different plot points. There's a bunch of different characters that you'll meet along the way. A bunch of characters that will become your friends and companion with you. You have to do missions for them to keep them happy. You can romance a character there, a few characters that you meet up with, and that's real. It really is. It's a lot of fun, actually. Dragon Age 2 is a lot of fun. I was not expecting this because Dragon Age Origins I just didn't really care about, and I didn't read much into Dragon Age 2, so I wasn't expecting it to be a hack and slash game. Didn't even play the demo. Didn't really care much. I rented it. I really enjoyed it. There you go. I really like Dragon Age 2. Hell, I'd even say I love Dragon Age 2. It really did surprise the shit out of me. I love the game. It's definitely one of my favorites of this year. Go check it out. If you didn't like Origins like me, then you're definitely going to be surprised because this is a lot of fun, and it definitely has remnants of Mass Effect. And if you love Mass Effect, then I think you'll love this game because it is really fantastic. Anyway, check the written review in the description for the score and the scores for each category that I talked about. Thank you and goodbye.